Merhaba arkadaşlar, how are you guys? I hope you're great. Welcome to my channel. My name is Resh and I'm running a YouTube channel that is all about languages, and in today's video we're gonna learn some Turkish. If you're into that kind of stuff, make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay tuned and also follow me on Instagram. What you are going to be learning in today's video is going to be the most important thing that someone will ever teach you about the Turkish language, because the topic of today's video is actually what makes Turkish so different to other languages. As I made clear in some of my previous videos, Turkish is an agglutinative language. So Turkish uses suffixes and prefixes to add meaning to a sentence instead of adding words to a sentence. And now in today's video, we're gonna learn how that actually works and how we can understand those rules. It is not that easy to actually implement all the rules that we're about to learn, but the more we understand and the more we actually try to implement those rules and the more we listen to native speakers, the better we will understand how Turkish actually is spoken. If you're a native speaker of an Indo-European language, such as German, English, Spanish, French, or any other Latin language, it will not be that easy to understand this, but I will do my best to explain it in the most comprehensible way possible. So first of all, to understand what I'm talking about, we're gonna have to take a look at the Turkish alphabet. We have to take a look at all the letters and all the consonants. Okay, first of all, we have 29 letters in the Turkish alphabet. 21 of them are consonants and 8 of them are vowels. Let's take a look. It goes A, B, C, Ç, D, E, F, G, yumuşak G, H, I, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Ö, P, R, S, Ş, T, U, Ü, V, Y, Z. As you might have noticed, we do not have the letters Q, W, and X in Turkish. Keep that in mind. But we do have letters and letter combinations that make the same sounds. So, as I said, we have to realize that we have 21 consonants and 8 vowels. Now, one important thing that we have to understand now is that the consonants and that the vowels are divided into hard consonants and soft consonants, and hard vowels and soft vowels. And this is very, very important. I'm going to explain to you why it is so important to know which consonant is soft and hard and which vowel is considered to be soft or hard. But first, I'm going to show you which of them is which, okay? So the hard consonants are A, I, O, U. Those 4 vowels are considered hard vowels. A, I, O, U. And the vowels that are considered to be soft are E, I, Ö, Ü. Those are the 4 soft vowels. E, I, Ö, Ü. Keep them in mind because it is very important to know them. And now, why are they so important? Let me give you an example. If you want to use the word in, at, or on in Turkish, that is either de or da as a suffix at the end of a word. And now it depends on the last vowel in the word which one you're going to use. Let's say you want to say in the car. Okay, you gotta say the word the doesn't exist in Turkish, so you just go in car, okay? Car is araba in Turkish, and now you take a look at the word. The last vowel of araba is an a, and a is considered a hard vowel. Since it is a hard vowel, I have to use da at the end of the word as a suffix to say in the car. So I have to say arabada, arabada. It is one word. What I did is I used the suffix at the end of araba, which is da, and made it one word by saying arabada, and translated into in the car. Now, if I would use a word that has a soft vowel as the last vowel in the word, then I would have to use de at the end of the word to be able to say in, on, or at. Now, let's say I want to say on the bridge. The word bridge is köprü in Turkish. It ends in ü, and ü is considered a soft vowel. So to be able to say on the bridge, I have to say köprüde. Köprüde. Now remember I said arabada because the last vowel is a hard vowel, arabada, but köprü ends in a soft vowel, so it goes köprüde. Now, as I said, it's not important that the word ends in a vowel, so the last letter of the word doesn't have to be a vowel. We just have to take a look at the last vowel in the word. So the word could end in a consonant, but still we would be looking at the last vowel before the consonant, okay? For instance, we have the word driver, which would be chauffeur, chauffeur. Okay, it ends in the letter R, but we have to take a look at the last vowel to say in, on, or at the driver. Now that's a weird word to pick, but now that I've given the example, we have to say in, on, or at the driver. Since the last vowel is and it is a soft vowel, we have to say chauffeur de, not da. It would be wrong to say it that way. Now you see why it is important to take a look at the hard and soft vowels and memorize them. I mean, as Turkish people, we don't actually calculate or think about the hard and soft vowels. We just hear when someone uses it in a wrong way, right? If you use it all the time and if you listen to native speakers all the time and watch series and listen to songs, you will get used to it pretty easily. But in the beginning, you have to understand this concept because it doesn't exist in any European language I know. Now we also have to understand the consonants, the hard and the soft consonants, and they're also important, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I'm going to show you which of the consonants are soft and which are hard. Now, let's take a look at the hard consonants, which are che, fe, he, ke, se, she, te, pe. Those 8 consonants are considered hard, and the rest of the consonants of the alphabet are soft. So all I need to do is basically memorize the hard ones. Well, is there an easy way to memorize them? Yes. In Turkish, we have an easy way of memorizing that, and that is memorizing fıstıkçı şahap. Fıstıkçı şahap translates into peanut seller şahap. Şahap is a Turkish name, and fıstıkçı means peanut seller. Now, how is that going to help me memorize the hard consonants? Well, if you remove all the vowels in the two words fıstıkçı şahap, all you're left with are the hard consonants. So as you can see here, you have f, s, t, k, ç, ş, h, p. So you have the hard vowels if you memorize fıstıkçı şahap, peanut seller şahap. Now, why the hell is it important to memorize the hard vowels? Well, now I just said it can be either de or da, depending on the last vowel of the word. Now, but we also have to remember if the word ends in a hard consonant, the de or da will change to te or ta. Let me give you an example. Let's say I have the word dolap. Dolap means cupboard. Now the last vowel in dolap is a. If I wanted to say in, on, or at the cupboard, I would have to say dolap da, right? Because we just learned that the hard vowel makes it a da suffix. That is the first step. Now that the word dolap ends in a hard consonant, which is p, dolap, the da becomes a ta. So it goes dolapta, dolapta. So I have two things that I have to do. First of all, I take a look at the last vowel of the word, and then I take a look at the last letter of the word. If the last letter of the word is a hard consonant, then I have to change the de or da to a te or ta. Okay, to sum it up again, the last vowel of dolap is a, and it ends in a hard consonant, so it goes dolapta. Let's give two more examples like that. The word fish is balık in Turkish. Balık, the last vowel of balık is ı. Ü is a hard vowel, so it has to be da if I want to say in, on, or at the fish. But it ends in a K, which is a hard consonant, so I can't say balıkta, I have to say balıkta, balıkta. Okay, balıkta. Hard vowel, last vowel is a hard vowel, and the word ends in a hard consonant. One more example, the word brush is tarak in Turkish. It ends in a hard consonant, which is k, and the last vowel is a hard vowel, which is a, tarak, ta, tarakta. Okay, let's give some examples with soft vowels but hard consonants. So if a word ends in a soft vowel, to say in, on, or at, we would have to use de, right? The word work is iş in Turkish. There's only one vowel, which is e, and it is a soft vowel, but the word ends in a hard consonant. So instead of saying işte, we have to say işte. The de becomes a te. İşte. Let's say we want to say at 3 o'clock. 3 is üç in Turkish. Ü, the last vowel, which is the only vowel at the same time, is a soft vowel. The last letter is a hard consonant, which is ç. So it goes üçte, not üçte. Üçte. And then the word clip, a video clip for instance. Clip in Turkish, the last vowel is E, which is a soft vowel. The word ends in a hard consonant, so it goes klipte, klipte. Now what did we just learn? We just learned that if I want to say in, on, or at something in Turkish, I have to use either de or da at the end of the word as a suffix depending on the last vowel of the word. If the last vowel of the word is a hard vowel, I have to use da. If the last vowel of the word is a soft vowel, then I have to use de. Because using in, on, or at is not the only case where I use a suffix depending on the last vowel of the word. This is a rule that we will be using a lot, okay? Then another thing we learned is that when a word ends in a hard consonant and it gets a suffix de or da, it becomes te or ta. And the reason for that is that when a word ends in a hard consonant and it gets a suffix at the end of the word that starts with either the be, je, de, or ge, becomes a pe, che, te, or ke. Remember fıstıkçı shop. So if a word that ends in a hard consonant gets a suffix in Turkish at the end of the word, where the suffix starts with a b, then that suffix becomes a P. We have to take a look at the last letter of the word, of the origin of the word. If that last letter is a hard consonant, then the suffix will change if it's either a B, a C, or a D, or a G that the suffix starts with. As we just saw, de, da suffixes both start with a D. And according to the rule that I just explained, the D has to become a T when the last letter of the word that we're using is a hard consonant. Let that sink in, really. You really have to understand this. You have a hard consonant at the end of the word and you want to use a suffix that starts with either B, C, D, or G. That B will turn into a P real quick. That C will turn into a che real quick. That D will turn into a T, and that G will turn into a K. Now to practice this a little bit, we're gonna do some practicing. I'm gonna give you some questions and you're gonna give me the answers. And I want to see in the comment section how many of them you got right, okay? Now let's say I'm asking you, where's the pen? Then I would say, kalem nerede? Kalem nerede? Where's the pen? And I'm going to give you 5 words you will see here. So we have kitap, book, masa, table, oda, room, dolap, cupboard, sepet, basket. If you want to say in, on, or at any of those, you will have to use either de, da, or te, ta. Kitap, ta, in the book or on the book. Masada, on the table. Odada, in the room. Dolapta, in the cupboard. Sepette, in the basket. Now let's say you're asking for a friend. Ekrem nerede? Where is Ekrem? Ekrem nerede? Now we have otobüs, bus, araba, car, ev, house or home, market, grocery store, supermarket, and okul, school. In, on, or at any of those would be otobüste, on the bus. Ekrem otobüste. Ekrem is on the bus. Ekrem arabada. Ekrem is in the car. Arabada. Evde. At home. Or in the house. Markette. In the grocery store. In the supermarket. Okulda. In school. Now you see how the de, da, te, ta change, and it's just supernatural to us Turks because we know which one to use immediately. We don't think about it, but as a foreigner, you have to understand the grammar. You have to understand the hard vowels, the soft vowels, the hard consonants, the soft consonants. After a while, you will get used to it and you will not think about hard vowel, soft vowel. You will just speak. But in the beginning, it's going to be a little bit hard, especially to change your mindset. That's what I think is one of the hardest things about Turkish, to really get those consonants and vowels and to have a feeling for it. But if you get these rules, if you really understand them, then you will conquer and you will understand Turkish language, definitely. Like, because we use a lot of suffixes and prefixes and everything, you really have to know the hard, soft vowels and the hard, soft consonants. There's no way around it, unfortunately. But once you get it, you'll get it. Okay, see you guys in a new video. Make sure to leave your comments, your thoughts about this video in the comment section. If you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my channel, man. If you want to support me somehow, hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in another video. Till then, take care-o.